So this video is going to be different than my normal how-to videos. It's just going to be a general video of how to get a wheel bearing out that is seized. So to get started, obviously take the lug nuts off, take the tire off. Then you'll be taking the brake off, the caliper. Just take the two main caliper bracket bolts off. Then you're going to take the rotor off. Then you're going to take the 3 or 4 hub bolts out that hold the hub on. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. Then you can take your spindle nut off. After that's off, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure it actually moves. What I mean by this is the CV axle moves freely inside the hub. Once that moves back and forth just fine, you can move on to actually getting the wheel bearing out. So the first thing you can try is grab a hammer. Nope, not a little hammer. Nope, not even a 4-pound hammer. What I like to use is my splitting maul. It's a nice multi-purpose tool. After you get wheel bearings out during the day, you can go split some wood. So anyways, what you're going to want to do is tap on the hub. Try to avoid hitting the knuckle like I did right here. It's kind of hard holding a camera and swinging them all at the same time. So as you're hitting, what you're going to be looking for is for it to start splitting between the wheel bearing and the knuckle. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see where the wheel bearing ends and the knuckle begins. But once you start getting a crack right through here, you know it's going to be starting to come. So anyways, another way you can do this is with a slide hammer. Never use the original lug nuts that you're going to be putting back on because they will get deformed. As you can see on this one, it's all messed up. I always keep on hand about a half a dozen of lug nuts of different sizes to do this. So what you're going to do is make sure they're tightened up. Don't actually leave them loose. Then grab a hold of the end and just start wheeling away. And anytime you're working on older vehicles, you're not going to have parts that are brand new. They're not going to be worn out, but they're going to have a little bit of stress on them. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to hold it tight, the knuckle, as you're hitting on it. So take like a big long pry bar and pry in a certain way to keep pressure on it so that it's not spongy and ends up absorbing all the energy. And then only as a last resort, you can pull out the air chisel. What you're going to do with this here is air chisel and try to get it right between the hub and the knuckle. Try not to damage the steering knuckle, but if it does get a little scarred, you can always clean it up later. And try not to aim where the bolt holes are for the hub, because you will deform it and it'll be hard for the bolts to go through. Try to get it in like this point here. But before you start air chiseling, I'd definitely try a big hammer hitting on it and also the slide hammer at the same time. You can actually have 2 people working on it at the same time. What you're going to want to do though is work back and forth. You can work on one side then the other, especially if you start seeing the crack come. Like I said, once it starts cracking, you know it's coming. And to make it easier for yourself, you can always take your dust shield off if it's one that you can take off before you take the hub off. Like this one, you're actually supposed to take that dust shield off because of the ABS wire. And once it's off, the hard part's done. Now you can see where all that corrosion is. Gets pretty bad on some of them. I've had a couple that we've worked hours on trying to get them out. Now before installing your new one, you're going to want to clean up the surface here with a wire brush. If you did use an air chisel, you're going to want to make sure it's flush before you put the wheel bearing back on. You don't want it unlevel. And like always, your safety glasses should be on throughout the whole process. So along with the outside surface, you're also going to have to get the inside surface clean of rust. Use a small brush or even a file, or you could even use like a small die grinder that's fine cut. Just don't gouge it at all. Then just make sure it's cleaned up real nice like this. Now I am one against anti-seize for reasons we're not going to bring up in this video. But this is one case where you can put them on the splines here and a little bit on the inside of the steering knuckle. And then when it's all ready to go back together, you can install the bearing. Line up your hub bolts, get them all started before you snug them up. Then you want to torque them down in a cross pattern. Start on one corner, then go to the other, then crisscross. And a lot of times if you push the CV axle in, you'll actually have more room to get in with your socket. And these are the few ways of how to get stubborn hub assemblies out. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and subscribe to get more short and to the point how-to videos like this. That saves you time so you can get more done.